Hi, thanks for joining me on the Listen Up Girl podcast. Today is Sunday, August the 9th, 2026. I'm bringing you your LGBTQ plus news podcast, and I am Zach Reynolds Friedman, your host. Today, we're going to talk about a Broadway actor who gets bounced from his dream role. Canada quietly ends decades of blood and sperm donation discrimination. A rapidly anti-gay congressman gets shown the door by his own party. A chef drags a closeted senator's dating into the light. British parents get ignored by their own government, and an Olympic skier says yes to forever on a Spanish cliffside. 6 stories for you today, so let's get right into it, starting with the Broadway bounces actor after transphobic video resurfaces. Actor Geno Segers is no longer taking over the role of Hads in Broadway's Hadstown. Just days after his casting was announced, the show's producers say they mutually agreed to part ways with him after old YouTube videos resurfaced showing Segers comparing trans people asking for equal rights to, in his words, people pretending to be dogs for discounted airfare. In another clip, he mocked the idea of anyone asking his pronouns. He posted an apology this week saying that he never intended to cause harm and is committed to listening. But the blog that surfaced the video says the apology never actually names who got hurt or what he did. Broadway is an industry full of trans and non-binary talent, and this one wasn't subtle. So goodbye. Next, Canada ends decades of discrimination against gay sperm donors. Some genuinely good news out of Canada. Health Canada just announced it's completely eliminating sexual behavior screening questions that specifically targeted gay and bisexual sperm donors. This fight started with one man, Aziz, who wanted to donate after seeing how it changed a family's life, and then found out rules quietly blocked most queer men from doing it. He sued in 2023. Medical experts told the court that the modern HIV testing is so accurate, there's effectively zero residual risk. Health Canada folded before the case even got to trial. One of the lawyers on the case called it an important and precedent-setting step in ending decades of long discrimination against gay and bisexual men. Canada doesn't allow paid sperm donation, so it's chronically short on donors. And advocates hope this opens up the door for a lot more queer men to help build the families they want. Our next story is anti-gay congressman who said homosexuality has no place in America loses his seat. Tennessee Congressman Andy Ogles, a die-hard loyalist to the orange convicted felon since 2022, just lost his Republican primary to a challenger who outraised him and picked up a late endorsement from the state's own GOP governor. Ogles built his brand attacking LGBTQ plus people, calling last year's Super Bowl halftime show gay pornography, and posting this summer that homosexuality has no place in America. Even his own party called that one idiotic and insane. He also introduced bills to ban drag performances in elementary schools. His HRC congressional scorecard, a flat 0. He's now the second Trump-endorsed House candidate to lose his primary this week alone. Small mercies and victories we have. Next story, a chef accuses anti-LGBTQ plus senator of kissing a male escort. So a pro-LGBTQ plus chef and content creator named Joe Gera is making waves with a series of posts accusing Missouri Senator Josh Hawley, who is married to a woman and has spent years attacking trans rights, of kissing a male escort, and separately accusing Ohio State Bernie Moreno of being a closeted gay man. Neither senator has responded. Gera's claims are unverified allegations, not proven fact, but they land on a senator with a long, well-documented record of falsely claiming Netflix pushes transgender ideology and asking, can men get pregnant? 11 times at a senator hearing, and voting against the Respect for Marriage Act. Whatever the truth is that comes out to be here, the internet is not letting this one go quietly. Next, UK parents of trans kids say they warned the government and were ignored. Over in the United Kingdom, the advocacy group Transparent Action says it sent the government a detailed report warning about real-world harm of new school policy targeting trans students and got total silence in response. Parents describe watching their kids' mental health decline under the policies that out them to their classmates, restrict which facilities they can use, and leave teachers with no clear guidance on how to actually support them. This is becoming a familiar pattern globally, and cautious, well documented warnings from the people closest to the harm with bureaucratic silence. It's worth remembering these fights aren't just on an American soil anymore. They're across the entire world. And let me tell you, I talk more and more about the UK following what we are doing in the US, which is very, very sad. And then an out Olympian, Gus Kentworthy, is engaged. So ending on something very sweet. Freestyler skier and four-time Olympic Gus Kentworthy is engaged to his boyfriend, fashion executor Andrew Rigby, after popping the question on a tiny island off the coast of Spain. Kenworthy told People that he told Andrew he was taking him on a little adventure, had a picnic basket and a pitcher of extra sweet margaritas waiting on the cliff top. After the proposal, a chartered boat pulled up with their 6 of their friends to surprise Andrew and celebrate. Kenworthy came out publicly back in 2015 after winning silver in China and was one of the only 2 out gay men on the Team USA at the 2018 game and made history kissing his then boyfriend live on television. Nearly 11 years later, he's still writing the story. Congratulations to them both. That's amazing. I love good stories like that. And that's your show for Sunday, August 9th. If today gave you something to think about or just something to smile at, go ahead and follow or subscribe and never miss an episode. Leave us a rating and review because it genuinely helps us get more people to find the show, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. And you can find us on social media at The Real Zach RE on YouTube and on Instagram. I'll see you tomorrow with more news. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful Sunday.